So now we're going to talk about Bezier curves. This is another method to create a spline from a sequence of points, and this is really nice because it gives you a lot of control of these curves, and it kind of has a nice way of determining the curve that doesn't really require all this like matrix multiplication and whatnot. And it gives you C2 continuity. So you can look at this demo here. Actually, I would suggest you do that so you can kind of get a feel for how each of these control points will move around your curve. And I am going to talk about how to actually create these Bezier curves. So say you're given 3 control points, right? B0, B1, and B2. First, we linearly interpolate between each of these points, and we do this using a specific t value. So t will just give us the level of interpolation at any point in this algorithm. So this is our first linearly interpolated point here. We can do the same thing for B1 and B2. That'll give us 2 points. Now we're just going to repeat the same process that we just did. So we'll connect these 2 new points with a line, and we will linearly interpolate between the 2 new points using the same t value. So keep in mind we're using the same t value for each of these steps. That'll give us one final point, and when we have one final point, that means that this point is on our curve. So this gives us 1 point on the curve. How do we get the whole curve? Well, we repeat this whole process again with a different t value, and that'll give us a curve. So this kind of shows you the process of drawing out this Bezier curve by changing these t values. So as you'll notice, if we start at t0, then we're just at p0, and as we move all the way to t1, we will get to p3, so our last control point. And just a note on this, you can use as many control points as you want. You may not want to use a very large number of control points, but the same algorithm still applies. You would just iteratively do this more steps.